Hey YouTube, Frenchh here. Fancy your lights? Still not live. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this week. I'm Frenchh, and this is going to be the last time I talk about 11/22/63. You might have noticed I'm a little dressed down for my usual, what I like to wear in the videos. This week I'm not really feeling all that well, so pardon me, I'm just going to wear a little more casual. It's going to be casual Saturday today. This whole week I was actually thinking about what all I wanted to do for the video, and I had it originally planned out that I was going to talk about 11/22/63 again. I thought the miniseries would end a little bit differently. While he was in the past, he met another teacher, had a romantic relationship with her. She knew what he was doing and that he actually was from the future. Why she ever believed him, I'm not too sure, but if somebody said that to me, there's medication for that. So at the end of the miniseries, I thought, okay, great, this is going to be cool. He's going to bring her back. And I thought it would be kind of funny to be like, hey, I need to make a phone call. Like, okay, great, here's my iPhone. And it's like an iPhone. Like, what? And then she looks at it and none of this happened. This is what I was hoping would happen. And she looks at it and she's like, gosh, that's, there's no way that's a phone. It's a paperweight. That's what it looks like. It's a paperweight. I just thought it'd be funny imagining her putting it to her ear or handing her an iPad. I often think about if we had someone from the past come into the future, like time portaled, like without having to see everything that happened in between. They just came from that time to this time. Boom. And what it would be like to show them around, how different things look. Skyscrapers are bigger, phones are no longer connected to the wall. It's one thing to have a cordless phone, but a mobile phone? I just can't imagine trying to teach someone how to use like an iPad or an Apple Watch. Now we've got CDs, we've got iPods, we've got iPhones. I mean, I can, stick my iPod on the charger, a speaker that's not even wired to it. I can play music all throughout my apartment. Just try to imagine if you came from the 60s and that's what you showed up to, I mean, like, just my camera. I use a Nikon. I know that Nikon's a brand that's been around for a long time, but I'm sitting here recording in high definition. If you were to say high definition to somebody from the 50s or 60s, they think you're talking about weed. Wrong definition. Throughout all 8 episodes of 11/22/63, I was pretty impressed because they had tons and tons of old cars. Say you've got somebody that's coming from meeting Tesla to driving a Tesla. Quite the difference. Probably wouldn't even know how to hit start. If you say to somebody in 2016, I'm going to the Apple store, they think, oh, if you're an Android user, then you're like, I don't really give a shit. If you're an Apple user, you're like, oh great, I need a new case for my iPhone. If you were to say that to somebody from the 50s or 60s that has just teleported in, they're gonna think that you're going to a grocery market or a store that solely sells apples. Also not what we were going for. Explaining just exactly what an iPad is, they probably think it's like a patch or something, a pad that you lay on your eye. It would probably be really hard for somebody from that time to come into now. We've got significantly better planes. Our cars are way better. They're faster. The other side of that is, what if we, I just said we, what if we went back to the 50s or 60s? Pick your favorite. Pick your favorite. What that would be like. Now, I can go ahead and tell you right off the bat, if I don't have my iPhone, I'm dead. The only thing that twitters is the birds in the trees. There is no Facebook, which I know a bunch of you just died off. Like that, you're dead already. Instagram, which is, I'm a big favorite. Twitter and Instagram, I love. Like, what's an Instagram? What? There are just so many things that if I went back, and if y'all are anything like me, and I'm guessing you are, I don't really know how I would make it. That'd be really weird. Apple Pay, that wouldn't exist. Basically anything with the internet. I mean, if you brought some, like, let's say, okay, you know what? I'm planning a trip back to the 50s. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my phone with me. There's stuff I can use. Well, the only thing you're gonna be able to do is charge it. And you're gonna have to bring the charger with you because that doesn't exist. But your iPhone's gonna be pretty freaking useless because there's no Wi-Fi. If you ask somebody from the 50s what their Wi-Fi password is, they're not gonna be able to tell you at all. Anyway, so again, I thought about going over all of the details of 11/22/63. I just thought it'd be more interesting to think about what it would be like to bring somebody from the past to the present, or us going to the past, and what that would be like. Trying to bring somebody into the present from, decades past, and getting a job, what it would be like to get a job, and they're so excited, oh my gosh, I've never made that much money, and then they realize, well, there's inflation. Things cost a lot more than they did, when I brought you here. things cost a little bit more these days, so that salary doesn't really go as far, and that may or may not have been a jab at the government, but whatever. Also, it would probably be really complicated to try to explain to somebody what the internet is and how it works, and then why you can also do it on your phone that you've just found out doesn't have a cord and you can take it anywhere you want, and it's smaller than the size of your hand. It can make phone calls, it can send it, like, what's a text? Like, in a book? I don't know how many channels they had then, but I mean, now I've got 1,000 channels sitting right here, and I can watch them anytime, and there is always something on them. Blackouts not included. If you have any other ideas on something that you think would be really cool to either take with you into the past, or if you brought somebody from the past into the future trying to explain to them or show them how to use it, leave it in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, fuck off. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, share the video, and I will see you next week. Hey YouTube, Sean French. Oh shit.